Hi, everyone, and welcome to my review of The 33, the film that has actually been out for over a month now, but I finally had a chance to go watch it, even though I really had no motivation to see the film at all. I almost had a chance to go see it at the AFI Film Festival. I knew the story. I remember when it happened in 2010. I remember watching the news from time to time. It was very fascinating what was going on. All the updates we were getting week after week after week. These guys were in underground for over 60 days. But when the movie trailers came out for this film, it really didn't motivate me or excite me at all to see this film, even though it did have an impressive cast: Antonio Banderas, Julia Binoche, and many, many, many others. I mean, there's just a lot of great film and television actors that are in this film. But the trailer just felt like a Lifetime movie of the week. And it didn't look like this material was going to get the justice that it deserved. So I had some time today. I found a theater in a city that I don't often frequent in my area, and the theater has been around since the 1980s, which, you know, there's not a lot of theaters. Most theaters that from the 1980s are usually teared down. If they're maybe built before that, they might be still around, but most are teared down. So this one was there. I went and saw the movie. How did I feel about it, having known the story and having no motivation to see the film at all? I have to say, I walked away and I really enjoyed this film. I do see it for its movie flaws, the cliches, and the movie tropes that these kind of stories get. Even though it is based on a true story, there is some unnecessary dialogue that happens from time to time that felt like it was coming from every tragic story, even a story that we know has a lot of hope. You know, we know, have an idea where it's going, but we kind of get the same dialogue that happens between two characters. We have to rise above. We have to do this, or we got to do this. They have to get this, and we have to go there, and we have to come together. We can't, there are all these moments where the dialogue felt a little weak. The script felt a little weak, but the performances surprisingly are really, really great. Even though I felt like some of the people that are in this film, I don't know if they belonged in this film. I don't know if this film was miscast in some parts, especially Julia Binoche and the guy who plays the president of Chile. I don't think he's Chilean. I think he might be American. So there are some weird casting choices, though I think Antonio Banderas and the rest of the cast, all the guys who played the miners, there was 32 Chileans and 1 Bolivian. I didn't remember that, so that they kind of used that to give you a little bit of comic relief, kind of tease the Bolivian of the crowd. So the movie is uneven. It's an extremely uneven film, but I couldn't help from time to time to get really emotional. I got really emotionally involved, especially when we're seeing all this craziness go down, and then when they get to the point where they're drilling into them, and then from there, I thought maybe the movie was going to be over, and then it went on and on and on, which was not a bad thing, because then the story continues on, because these guys were in there for a long period of time. And so we get to experience what their families went through and what they went through in this movie. I like that it didn't shy away from some of the controversies, because I think one of the miners had a wife and a mistress, and he loved both of them, and they kind of lived in the same area, and they had this back and forth. So I'm glad they didn't shy away from that. Actually added some more comic relief, because there's a lot of tragic things that are going on in this movie. And of course, if you know the story, then you definitely have an idea. And since I had somewhat idea of what was going on in this, what from the story that I heard, I think the filmmaker still did a pretty exceptional job to get me emotionally involved and entangled, even though I have to say I felt a little manipulated, just a little bit from time to time, even though I had to wipe some tears away. It's such an amazing human story. I mean, and I think it's great for it's great material for being a motion picture. I just felt at times, sometimes the movie felt like a TV movie at once, and then it would rise above that and have some really great production value, some really great acting. I think the guys, the miners, It's really great team of friends, and I think they captured that and their ups and downs of what they went through. Just sometimes it felt like some things were forced, like, okay, we've had all this hope, and now we got to find a moment to kind of manipulate, whether it's true or not, a time where maybe they're doubting each other, what's going on. And of course, a lot of that stuff happens upstairs as well, with the families and the guys that are trying to dig them out. So it's a mismatch of a movie, but I really enjoyed it. I actually found myself quite entangled in the film itself, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I had really no excitement to see this film at all. I was probably going to wait till it's on Netflix or something, and I was really glad after walking out of it. I was like, wow, I was really moved. I saw the humanity in this story, and I've seen films from this filmmaker before. She made a movie called Under the Same Moon a few years ago, and I really liked that one. So I'm this is a good filmmaker here. She's really good, and I thought they did a decent job with the material for what it was. It wasn't a complete mess. I think this movie's the tomato meter and the Metacritic are unfair to this film. Yes, it's a little melodramatic at times. I have to deny. I can't deny that it's a little melodramatic at times, but there's a lot of great human moments in the film as well that really got to me. Really got me emotional, and I cared. And I think even some of the parts played by some of the actors that I felt were miscast in the movie, they were actually really good. Julia Binoche, she's a great actress. I don't know the casting choice of her. Didn't really understand that, being where she's actually really from, I believe. So I didn't get that, but her performance was really good. So that surprised me as well. I was really shocked that, don't judge a movie by its trailer. We definitely don't judge a movie by its trailer. Sometimes a movie can have a great trailer and completely suck. In the case of this one, not a great trailer, but a really good movie that I really enjoyed. And for that, I am going to give the 33. I'm going to give the film a solid 3 stars out of 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.